Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Cordant. We are back for some more Rogue Trader action. So, we left off in the previous episode in this area here where we fought some bandits, and we are about to explore this region which requires a logic check. So, by clicking this button we have an option to use a machine right set, which is just a retry, let's say, or we can just try out with the logic one. So, let's use logic.
I rise to the occasion.
Okay, we're successful. And now they are explaining the D100 system. I think they should explain this a little bit earlier, but let's just read it. Your character is about to make a tech use skill test. In dialogue and during exploration, you will often make various skill tests, and their result might determine how successful your character's efforts are, make hidden options appear, or reveal new information. The success of the test is determined, by rolling a 100-sided die. Each skill test has a difficulty of up to 100, including negative values, and to succeed, you must roll a value less than the sum of both the stated difficulty and the value of the skill used for the test. For example, this is actually important for me to also learn. You are attempting a test with a difficulty of -10. Your character's tech use skill score is 40. So you make the sum of both, so you add 40 with -10, resulting in 30. Therefore, to succeed on the tech use skill test, you must roll a 30 or less. Any result above 30 will mean failure. Note the difficulty is calculated from greater to lower values. The greater the difficulty value, the easier it is to pass a test. It is easier to succeed on difficulty 40 test than on difficulty 10 test. This is what I don't really understand. I don't know why they made this in reverse. Maybe there's a reason that will make more sense to me at some point, but I don't know why they want to roll below and not above a certain value, but okay. The higher a character's skill score, the easier it is for them to succeed on tests. Skill scores depend on the character's respective characteristic scores, skill advancements on level ups, and any bonuses the character's equipment might offer. Yep, we know this. To succeed on various tests during gameplay, develop different skills for your character and their companions. Right you are. So, let's check out our success since we were looking at this. I think this one doesn't actually have a check. This is just a guaranteed one. We get some cargo goodies. Melta charges, explosive device suitable for eliminating flimsy obstacles. Okay. And operator's gloves. The wearer gains a +3 to tech use. We will take that. So, I have 40 int, which means tech use of 40, 30, 30, and 30. So I am actually the character for this.
A new challenge for me?
What is this guy saying? The Vox Skull sometimes just... Who yield or falter in their courage will be executed in disgrace as traitors to this house and abettors of the enemies of humanity. Cast aside your doubts, for they are an open door to the curse of...
It's about
I think he just says random things. Okay, now we have tech use 63%.
That didn't go as I'd hoped.
For such a performance.
Wait, what? Oh, it actually tested with every single person at once. Ah, interesting. Okay, so yeah, I failed because I rolled much higher than a 63. Then Abelard failed as well, and then Idira actually rolled exactly what she needed. Awesome. Okay, I'll take it.
Victory
Here we
awaits.
have restoring the power supply.
What in the world?
Excuse me, what? Once a character suffers a certain number of injuries, these injuries are replaced with trauma. Make use of medkits in time to treat injuries to avoid characters suffering traumas. Removing traumas is a more difficult task. It can only be healed by resting on the ship or in certain other places suitable for rest. So, I failed the tech use, and apparently I received trauma because of that. I think it's because I already had an old injury and I got a new one and it converted into trauma. Weapon skill and ballistic skill are reduced by 20. Wait, but did this work or not?
Weakness. Excellence matters.
Okay, now it worked. Interesting. Okay. Well, it shouldn't matter too much, honestly. Open this door with logic.
This cannot be.
Logic test failed. Oof, 20. That's rough. Tech use.
Compared to
Okay, that's better.
that was barely a
None shall stand in my way.
More melted charges and more medikits. Tech use. Perfect. We got 2 multi-keys and a shotgun. Okay, I like the shotgun. The reason why I like the shotgun is because it's a area of effect only weapon and it can be used in melee range. And let's just read this over here, which is also very important. Shotguns knock enemies back when shot at effective range. So if you shoot right up close, you knock people back. Which is quite useful to make some space for characters. Let's also put some more medkits here in case we need them. And let's continue.
Follow my lead.
Now, I'm not too worried about my trauma here because my character doesn't really need weapon skill and ballistic skill that much. I'm mostly buffing and commanding my companions. And like I said, at the end of the tutorial, we're gonna have a chance to heal up, so we're fine. Demolition skill, blow up the door.
Duty prevails.
Pew!
I'll lay claim
Okay.
to the stars.
So we are now back in this area. But before we move any further, let me check out our level ups, because we did level up. Let me see if it's a simple or if it's a complicated level up. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I'm gonna bring it down, which is like one of the keystone features. At this archetype rank, characters gain the keystone features of their archetype. Very, very nice. So this is one of the reasons why I loved the officer and, you know, called the leader in the early access. The officer immediately grants an ally an extra turn with action points equal to 2. Come on, tell me what it is. I think 2 is fellowship divided by 2, I believe, and no movement points. If the ally is under the effect of voice of command and kills an enemy before the end of the officer's turn, the ally gains a one-time additional plus, I think it's just a mistake, plus 2 times the officer's fell bonus momentum. Okay, very cool. So you give an ally an extra turn to do whatever, like shoot somebody in the face, which is very, very good. Okay, so we just get this feature, so very easy level up, there's nothing to choose. My friend here, our warrior, gains Endure, which is also very important. Until the warrior's next turn, all incoming damage is reduced by toughness bonus, for which he has 5, and the warrior gains plus toughness bonus temporary wounds. This is extremely important for any kind of frontline character, in my opinion. That's done. Idira is going to gain Expose Weakness. The operative removes all exploits from the target to decrease the target's dodge, parry, and armor by 10 plus exploit stacks times the perception bonus of this character. So, on average, I would say that an enemy in line of sight plus analyze enemies is going to have, again, on average, like 3 exploit stacks, or maybe 4. So by doing that, we would be reducing it by 10 plus 3 times 4. Okay, so 22. It's not bad. It is not bad. Okay, this is complete. And finally, for Argenta, we are gonna get Revel in Slaughter. The soldier immediately removes the winded effect. So if he was winded due to something like run and gun, this will remove it. Until the end of combat, the soldier gains the following bonuses. Plus 10 ballistic skill, very useful. Plus 5, plus 2 times agility bonus critical damage. Quite nice as well, we have agility at 50. And plus agility bonus percentage critical hit chance. This ability becomes available after the soldier kills 3 enemies. The kill counter is not reset between rounds. Very cool ability. Level 3 for everybody. Nice. Okay, so the game was kind of
I won't tolerate
lagging there. I think it
weakness.
was because of the autosave. Okay, so what do we have here? We have some goods. Can you interact with the thingy? Thank you. Some cargo.
This cannot be.
This is locked. Demolition is 25%. I'm gonna use a multi-key.
Done.
Okay, good, unlocked. 5% more armor. Okay, this is always handy. So this would go for our warrior here. Bring his armor up to 30%. Very nice. I think it was worth the multi-key. A fallen steel has blocked the path to the lifts. You will have to look for another way to Edeltrad. Sure. This also seems blocked.
Of interest.
Oh. Awareness check succeeded. Got a multi-key. The benches and even the cogitator, torn from its proper place, are stacked in a rough semblance of a barricade. So that leaves a bench.
Awaits.
Oh. Can't see a thing. She walked through fire. The roar of the flames rings in your ears and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You are surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps. And then you see the figure walk out of the fire toward you. It is Theodora von Valancius. Her expression is calm, terrifyingly so for someone whose body is engulfed in an inferno. One of her hands is resting on the hilt of her power sword, the other is raised in an inviting gesture. Are you lost, my heir? Argenta goes as still as a statue, then slowly raises her weapon. An apparition, a sorceress apparition, trickery of the warp. Sister, you will lower your weapon. Despite his commanding tone, Abelard does not sound too confident. He is staring at the rogue trader and you notice some muscle in his cheek twitching. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous. How did you get here? I am a rogue trader, Cordant. I am wherever my will demands me to be. Would you prefer me to be somewhere else at this time? Indubitably. But you are ready? But are you ready? Oh, sorry. Would you prefer to be elsewhere at this time? Okay. Theodora watches you without blinking. Her snake-like gaze almost makes you forget about the fire searing you, leaving burns on your skin. I can lead you out of these flames, Cordant, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide. Your mouth begins to salivate. Each word Theodora speaks is like music to your ears. The entity that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer. And that answer can be nothing other than acceptance. Do not listen to this abomination. Cordant, if there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into those flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises, nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul. To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace. The people! Abelard looks back at the coughing and confused people around you. Cordant, the survivors from the middle decks. We must help the crew, lead them out, find a way around. Over the roaring flames you hear distant sounds, frightened voices, screams, muffled and distorted, as if there were a body of water between you and them. Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Idira breaks off and starts coughing violently. Her knees buckle and she looks like she's about to fall. Cordant, what are we waiting for? And here we have the introduction of something new to Rogue Trader. Convictions. Sometimes your character will have to make tough decisions based on their values, interests and goals. This is basically role-playing. Such decisions affect their convictions. This can develop in three directions: dogmatic, iconoclast, heretical. Each includes 5 ranks. The higher the rank, the more zealously the character follows their convictions, and the more noticeably the world around them reacts to their actions and decisions. Promotion through the ranks of each of the 3 directions opens up access to new dialogue lines, events, unique abilities, and also changes the attitude of others towards your character. Also, some items can only be equipped by characters with certain convictions. When one of the conviction branches reaches rank 3, Votary, it becomes the character's main focus. When that happens, the other 2 conviction branches cannot be raised above rank 2, Adherent. Your character's allies have convictions of their own as well. So here we go, we have an option that sets us on the path to Dogmatic, Heretical, or Iconoclast. And essentially what this means is Dogmatic, walk through the fire, the Emperor will guide the righteous on their path. This had a different name in the early access, I think it was like Imperialist. We have Heretical, accept the offer of help, take my pain away and give me power. So like I would imagine this would be like the evil route. And Iconoclast, get the people off the bridge. I will not leave my people in harm's way. This was called Benevolentia in the early access, and this would be like the good approach. I'm gonna go for the good approach for the first playthrough. See how it plays out. You look away and the illusion breaks. The unbearable heat instantly makes your skin burn, and the voices of the people beyond the shroud of smoke grow stronger and hopeful once you and your companions rush back, barking orders and guiding the survivors. In your determination, you completely forget about Theodora, and when you turn your head, you see nothing but the bellowing fire. And we got plus 15 to Iconoclast. So, belief in the value of human life and freedom, faith in the power of goodwill, capable of overcoming the horrors and dangers of the universe without the need for artificial prohibitions. The desire to seek out common ground and compromise rather than uncompromising destruction. Follower 45, I don't know what this is. Belief in the value of human life and freedom, okay, the same thing. Above the thundering guns. The rogue trader and 2 random allies start combat with temporary wounds equal to their own resolve. That's actually cool. So, I guess when I reach level 45 I become a follower and I get this. And 200 is required for adherent. Okay. Back! Fall back! We will go around. So with this, let me just show this as well. This summary part here, I still... Well, I was gonna say I don't understand because I thought it was new, but this is actually just a different vision or a different UI than we had in the early access. So you can see here Iconoclast 15 out of 45, and it has several different ranks. Oh, we can see them all. Nice. Master of Command. In the first round of every combat, the rogue trader and their allies gain +2 plus the Iconoclast rank additional movement points. That's quite good. Level 3. Need 30 less momentum to activate. Okay, very good as well. Transcend the potential. Once per battle, the rogue trader may choose an ally. The target ally may immediately use their direct attack without spending momentum. Not applicable to allies' direct attacks on cooldown. Very good also. When one of the conviction branches reaches level 3, Votary, it becomes the character's main focus. So level 5 gives me nothing. Okay. What does this do? Because this is new for me. The rogue trader and the alliance gain a 20% chance to save a combat stimulant or a medkit after using it. Randomness in that regard I don't really like. For the first round of combat, everyone in the rogue trader's party gains a 25% chance to regain 1 AP after killing an enemy. However, triggering this effect immediately manifests psychic phenomena. Not sure I like it. Any psychic phenomena increases the momentum of the rogue trader's party by +2 to 10 instead of decreasing it by -1 to 5. Okay, this is clearly the path for a psyker, I would say. Once per battle, the rogue trader may choose an ally and grant them a +20 bonus to all their characteristics for 2 rounds. After the effect fades, the target falls prone. Well, it is a very good buff. Falling prone, not that great. Although I think there's something that makes you immune to falling prone. If I remember correctly, maybe on the warrior path? I don't remember. Okay, so what about dogmatic? 10% chance to survive with 1 wound instead of falling unconscious. Not very interesting. Absolution. In the first round of combat, all critical hits scored by the rogue trader's party inflict burning. Ah, but only in the first round. In addition, all fire damage suffered by enemies is increased by 1 for each conviction dogmatic rank. This would be cool for a pyromaniac psyker. Yeah, I like this. Path of Redemption. Any momentum expenditure by the rogue trader and their allies, including heroic acts, is reduced by 20%. It's nice. And finally, once per battle, the rogue trader may choose an ally. For 1 round, all the target's weapon attacks ignore enemy armor. Okay, they all have their good stuff. I think I'm actually quite... I think I'm in a good place for my character here, playing as an officer in Benevolentia or
It's about time.
Iconoclast in this case. No, what's it called? I forget. Yeah, Iconoclast.
The thing that was standing in front of us in the fire, I could have sworn.
Yep.
To the same place all unholy visions go. Do you want to follow it, witch?
So, one thing I was trying to figure out,
Follow my lead.
and I don't think there's a way to do it, which is kind of annoying me, is that I would like to apply a formation to my party. But if there is a way to do it, I don't know how it is. If anybody does know, leave a comment. Please educate me. Crash the platform.
Never doubt me.
Oh, we're gonna make a bridge for ourselves. Okay. Pew pew. All right. Ah, this takes us over here so we can get these goods. Oh.
Too late. We are too late. Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even worse.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak. Without us.
My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now we will follow you through thick and thin.
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's Voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Mort headed for earlier.
Okay. So yeah, make it to the meeting with the heir. I'm not sure if this is something that I messed up, but it looks to be story related. Because I don't think I could have done anything different. Some cargo. Let me just check if it says something here. No, I mean everything is checked, right? Well, I don't know if there's a different way to do things to make that quest work, then I'll have to find out sometime in the future. In a different playthrough, I imagine. I think my Vox skull is trapped
None shall stand in my
behind this door. Poor guy. Okay, there we go. That's a door. That's death. Ah, this is where the vision showed up. Generators hum softly. When you draw closer, your skin begins to tingle from static discharges. And this is blocked. People are fighting down there. Okay.
I'll lay claim to
Over
the
there.
stars.
Oh. Okay. Lord Captain's quarters. Let's first explore this section here. We have cargo.
Victory awaits.
More cargo. This clearly does not serve as a stateroom. The generators, machines, and crude wall paneling indicate that it is a maintenance module room rather than an area for receiving guests. Alright. We have some more goods. Oh, 3 logic. And more machine write sets. Okay. Does anybody have any particular points in logic? I have 40, everyone else has 30. So I guess I can use them. Plasma conduits blaze with energy capable of powering a vast void ship.
It's about time.
Okay, so this was just to pick up some stuff and carry on, I suppose? Yeah, I think so. Lord Captain's quarters, let's go. Okay. Reach the secret lift, we've done it. Find Theodora von Valancius. Okay, so what's over here? What? You have found an item that can only be equipped by characters of a certain conviction rank. You can open the character menu to see which conviction your character has, I know. Both your character and companions have convictions. And they change in direction and rank based on how the game story develops and during important plot decisions. I don't think I have any item. Okay, I don't know.
Follow my
Maybe
lead.
just an incorrect tutorial message there. Okay, nothing over here.
None shall stand in my
Probably
way.
are bed chambers, okay. Is that Mort? Oh no. She dead. She looks dead at least.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Mort, no. Ah, this must have been the item they were talking about. Yeah, this one requires to be dogmatic. This helmet grants its wearer immunity to enemy critical hits for the first 3 rounds of combat. Okay. I think dogmatic is Argenta. Yeah, it's Argenta. By the way, do they also receive the bonuses? Holy. Wait, what? Does she get this? No. I don't think I get these things. I think this is just to symbolize that she's at 200. Yeah, I don't think I get any of these buffs. From my companions, I mean. Okay, interesting.
Victory awaits.
Nothing over here. A bizarre fragment hung on a trophy board. The light, smooth surface of the object is dotted with dark spots and crumbling holes.
A new challenge for me?
Are you oh. The parlor organ seems to have been sitting idle for many years. Are you dead, lady? The murderous... I couldn't read it. Theodora von Valancius' body is sprawled on the large, blood-drenched desk. The Archmilitant's corpse, still clutching a weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
Adepta Sororitas, the devout warriors who serve as the militant arm of the Adeptus Ministratum.
Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain, who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere.
Well, this is kind of true, right? He wished humiliation and suffering upon Theodora, not a swift death.
It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here. And he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last.
And he did, I guess.
How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch-Militant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
He didn't fail her. Come on, man. He died in battle.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Okay, well, let's start by examining the Arch-Militant's body. If he was such a capable fighter, I want to know what killed him. An auto pistol shot went straight through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and the furniture around with blood, brain matter and shards of his skull. The safety on the Arch-Militant's weapon is off. The killer must have been a split second quicker than he. Yeah, I guess so. But he died like a regular death, let's say. It wasn't some kind of warp power that killed him. Examine Theodora's body. You lean closer to the body. The cause of death is apparent. What ended the rogue trader's life was an auto pistol shot, an extraordinarily accurate one at that. Theodora's face bears an expression of surprise, the last emotion she experienced in life. Or maybe someone presenting themselves as an ally, and they weren't expecting it. Maybe whoever showed up as an apparition? I don't know. Something on the floor catches your eye. A heap of blood-spattered parchments and scrolls that must have fallen off the desk. As you lean down for a closer look, you notice something else. Small shards of glass scattered on the floor. Let's inspect the shards by the desk. It is difficult to say what exactly was broken. The object fell on the floor and that is as much as you can ascertain. Upon closer examination, the shards appear iridescent rather than completely transparent, as if they had been submerged in promethium. It is a broad term for combustible fuel in the Imperium of Man. Okay. Idira, what do these shards tell you?
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft.
You cannot tell if Argenta's remark is directed at the glass shards or Idira herself. Inspect the papers. Reports, accounts, dispatches. You go over the scrolls until you stumble upon a document that is starkly different from the rest. It is a handwritten letter signed with the initials XC, and a seal with a symbol that is vaguely familiar to you. So he picked up a handwritten letter with a seal. Can I read it? No. X and C. And sends a shiver down your spine. The author of this letter addressed to Theodora von Valancius signed it with the seal of one of the holy orders of the Emperor's Inquisition, the secret police of the Imperium that relentlessly hunts heretics, xenos, and other enemies of humanity. So the Inquisition is the secret organization tasked with hunting down the myriad threats to the stability of the Imperium and all mankind. Idira, will you try touching Theodora? You might be able to see the killer through her eyes.
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in a warp.
Okay, then we had best be on our way.
Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more. No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
Damn. Well, I can tell you right now that so far, I like all of my companions. They're really good. Theodora's Rosary. The wearer of this amulet gains a +10 bonus to commerce and lore on Imperium. Yes, please. Give me that. I'm very happy. 50 lore Imperium, 55 commerce. Cool. So, the murder scene looks like something caught the victims by surprise. No one had time to react to what was happening. Indeed. We have a huge vault here that contains the Rogue Trader's Cloak. Grants +5 fellowship for each enemy in a 2-cell radius. It's kind of a shame that it's in a 2-cell radius, because this would be perfect for my character, you know, given that fellowship is my main stat, but I don't really want to be in melee. But if they ever get to me, then I get some bonuses, I guess. Okay. Oh, by the way, can I read this? Ah, I can. So the handwritten letter with the seal that we found on Theodora. Esteemed Theodora, a change in circumstances has demanded your immediate assistance in our mutual cause. Forthwith upon receiving this letter and performing the necessary preparations of the crew, you are to depart for the Reichert system. One of my agents, Interrogator Heinrich von Valancius, operates there at the present time. Upon your arrival in the system, you will, without delay, make contact with him and offer any assistance required of you, after which you will provide him passage to the Furibunde system aboard your ship. On footfall, the interrogator will remove himself from your presence to await further instructions. Anticipating any questions you may have, I will stress that the nature of Interrogator von Valancius' activities on Reichard Minoris is of no concern to you. If required, Van Valancius himself will disclose the details of this mission. May the Emperor's light be with you, XC. Okay, so Reichert system, Interrogator Heinrich von Valancius, and then the Furibunde system and Footfall. Oh, okay. I will try to keep those in mind. Hehe. The portrait of Lady Theodora. And what looks like a battle.
Show them no mercy.
Okay, so we have what we have. Heretic cutthroats. Some of them have 25 wounds, the others have 10. And then we have a combat servitor with 80% armor. Holy crap. 0 deflection, 32% dodge. He doesn't move very quickly. He has 68 wounds. I guess they made this easier for the tutorial section, because he is heavily damaged. Its damage, hit chance, and wounds are greatly reduced. And he has a thermal multi-melter. I think this deals fire damage in AoE. Yep, it does. So, given that this guy has a flamethrower, we would like to not be too closely, you know, stacked together. So let me see. I would likely like to have Argenta over here to try and burst down people in this region. Our initiative scores are quite good. We all act before them, so we have a lot of freedom in that regard. For some reason oh! We're getting the temporary wounds from above the Thundering Guns, yeah! The Rogue Trader and 2 random allies start combat temporary wounds. Yeah, nice, okay. Nice buff here. So Abelard, you are gonna stay like over here, because I will want you to charge in here and then strike both of them, likely. You can stay, let's say, over here. And If I go here, we're kind of close together for the flamethrower attack. But if I'm over here, I think I'm too far away from her. Okay, I think for now I'll just stay like this. Let's start. Light and medium armor. Okay. Armor protects a character from incoming damage. Light and medium armor types are both available to you at the moment. Why does this have an highlight? Medium armor blocks more damage if the character is hit, but reduces their mobility and ability to dodge attacks. Okay. The armor stat indicates what % of incoming damage from an enemy attack it can absorb. The type of armor also influences the chances that the target wearing it will pass a dodge test. The higher the dodge penalty, the lower the chance to dodge an enemy attack. A character in light armor dodges attacks more often, but takes more damage when hit. Medium armor absorbs more damage if the character is hit, but reduces their mobility and ability to dodge attacks. Fair enough. Okay, let me see something here. If I go over here and I charge, I land in a bad spot because I want to land here. But I can still move afterwards, I think. Okay, so I want to go here. I want to use my brace for impact to increase our defenses of these three characters. I sadly cannot reach Argenta. And now I can move over here.
Tried and tested tactics are the best.
Charge this guy. Nice strike. And now I could use my cleave to hit both of these and kill them both. But I'm actually gonna go for something else. I'm going to use a single target attack.
It will be done. Reduced to dust.
Because I want to have enough action points to cast Endure. I want Abelard to be as tanky as possible while in the front line. So there we go, Endure. Now it is the time for my character. So right now we're gonna see some nice potential from the officer class by using our Bring It Down. So Bring It Down costs 2 action points, Voice of Command costs 1 action point, and You Serve Me costs 0. So since I expect the most of the damage to come out of Argenta in this fight because of a burst fire in this region, or maybe even Idira with some lightning shocks, but I think from her will be more useful. I'm going to give her You Serve Me. And we're actually going to check something as well because I want to see exactly how this works. So right now she has no bonuses. If I give her Voice of Command, her characteristics went up by 13 plus 5. And now if I also use Bring It Down on her, this should also count as an ability. Let me see. Oh, it doesn't count. Only buffs count. I expected this would be a little bit better, honestly. Let me just read this again. Anytime the noble's abilities affect the servant gains a plus 5. So, I would expect this to actually work. Each archetype has a number of unique abilities a character can use in combat. Is that not an ability? Maybe that's the case? I don't know, man. Okay, I'm gonna focus on these first and then leave this one for last. This looks like a nice spread here.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
So, some very nice damage even without being her turn. We're gonna use Furious Recital as well to get some more momentum. Nice momentum gain right there because we hit a lot of targets. We go back to our main character's turn. I'm gonna try and finish off this guy if possible. Okay. Enemy status. You will encounter enemies with various abilities and features. An icon next to an enemy's portrait indicates that they are under the influence of some kind of effect. We can right click on them to inspect them. If you wish to learn more about the... yeah, okay. Exactly. So, it's Argenta's turn again. So now, we are going to once again toss out Volley Fire.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Lovely. We have Revel and Slaughter available, but I think I'm going to actually use my run and gun to maybe reposition her a little bit and shoot that guy again instead of buffing. I can do both actually. Okay, so run and gun. Move to the left.
Guided by faith.
Buff.
Doubt is for the weak.
And we can still shoot because run and gun reduces the cost of our attack, next attack, by 1 action point. And a single shot only costs 1. So shoot this guy.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Nice. Okay. Time for Idira. This will actually only hit these two. I could give Abelard a little bit of damage and kill both of those. I think I'll do that. Okay, so let's give you some dodge chance. Let's debuff this guy further. And apologize to Abelard for what is about to happen.
Will do. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Nice. Since he had some temporary wounds, it was actually not that bad. He only lost 1 hit point. And now he passed. He's moving over there. Okay. Combat log. You can gain a better understanding of what transpired in combat by checking the combat log. All actions performed by your character, their companions and enemies are recorded in the combat log in the bottom right corner of the screen. So, this right here. I've been using it already, so we're fine. We're almost at the necessary momentum to use an ultimate ability, which is cool. And what I want to do right now is... I want to be careful because of Argenta's line of fire. I'm not sure if I can actually make myself safe to that. Well, maybe if I go down a bit, I can stay here. Let's try. Okay. Hit the guy again. Endure.
Indeed.
And fast turn. Time for our rogue trader. We can buff Abelard with voice of command as well.
Already done.
Give an extra turn to Argenta. She's probably out of bullets by now. So I think I'm actually gonna give this to him. Yeah. Okay. So hit the guy again.
It will be done. Through here.
Nice. Shoot.
All too easy.
Honestly, I should have moved before I shot because now I'm in a kind of a not so pleasant AoE. Oh, she still has 4 bullets. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Okay, so this gives us an area where Abelard is not getting shot. That was dreadful. Okay.
I'll do it.
I'm gonna move you. And I think I would like to maybe send you... Where? Where do I send you? Over there, I guess? I don't think it matters too much, but...
As the Emperor commands,
Yeah.
I act.
Okay, time for her again. Dodge chance, let's give it to Argenta, I suppose, because she does not have temporary wounds right now. And for this guy, I'm going to use Analyze Enemies again.
Was that you? Or
But this time, instead of spending my stacks with damage, I'm going to be using Expose Weakness. This will make him more vulnerable to everybody's attacks for 1 round, which should help us out a little bit. And I will try to shoot the guy. Let me just maybe go over here first, so he doesn't have cover.
will do.
Oh, he's moving. Attack of opportunity. Nice. It's perfectly fine. That's actually very good because now I can charge. So go there. Charge the guy. And strike him again. And endure. Pass a turn. We now have an ultimate ability. Very lovely. I can actually just... Oh, do I? Oh, we don't have those yet, do we? Oh, no, we only... we still don't have those abilities. Never mind. Okay, so you take voice of command.
I can't do.
You act again. Oh, I'm too far away. This should work though.
I
Really?
don't have time for this.
How are you too far? Ah,
Not a
okay.
problem for me.
Six damage. Oh, come on. 1 HP. Oh, 2 HP.
Doubt is for the
Do
weak.
not let me down, Argenta. Let's remove the cover bonus from the guy
God Emperor, move through
and
me.
shoot him in the
Be
face.
fire in my heart.
Even if she misses, Idida would guarantee the kill. Okay. A cool little fight. What do we get? Grace of the Oblivious. The wearer gains +5 toughness if their intelligence is less than 35. Okay. So rewarding the dumb. So this guy doesn't have a lot of intelligence, and toughness is very good for him. Alrighty.
Follow my lead.
We leveled up as well. So you'll notice you level up a lot faster in this game than if you think, for example, of Pathfinder. Let's see what my level ups look like. So yeah, here we get our ultimate ability, which is Finest Hour. The officer grants an ally an extra turn with full AP and MP. During the extra turn, there is no attack limit. Very lovely. And at this archetype rank, characters gain a special archetype ability that can be used as a heroic act or a desperate measure. These abilities become available depending on the party's momentum value. If momentum reaches 175, the heroic act becomes available to the character. If it drops below 25, then it may be time to employ a desperate measure. So, a heroic act is the best version of the ultimate ability, and the desperate measure is a version of the ultimate ability that also gives you some penalties. So for example, in this case, let me see here. Desperate measures reduce the resolve of the character to 0 until the end of combat, and you may also get, additional penalties based on the ability you use. Over here, I have to pick one of these talents. So I think I'm going to leave this for the next episode. I'm just going to go over what we get as the main abilities, and then we're going to end the episode, and I'll level up next time. But basically, we also have a couple of filters here. We have recommended features, favorite features, because you can actually favorite certain features. Offense features, defense features, support features, universal features, archetype talents. These are the ones you only get due to your archetype, because there are other talents that you get from your origin. For example, origin talents. You also have warp features, which are, I think, only for people capable of warp powers, like psychers. And then you also have just common talents, so stuff like melt a weapon, so basically weapon proficiencies and stuff like that, every character can pick and choose if they want. So yeah, I will have to think about this because there are a lot of them, and I don't want to do that right now. So, moving back. For our friend Abelard, he will gain Daring Breach. The warrior immediately restores all AP and MP and gains a plus agility bonus movement points until the end of the turn. They don't lose movement points after performing attacks. The warrior has no limit on melee weapon attacks this turn, so also a very good thing. we can also see how the desperate measure compares. So, same thing there, but starting from the next round and until the end of combat, the warrior cannot use charge and their MP are reduced by -3. So, this is something to use in a situation where you are, desperate, as the name implies. Next up, we would also have the talents, and again, we have some specific talents for the warrior, specific talents for his origin, and, the common ones as well. Looking at Theodora, she is going to get... give me a second. No, I like the other... Wait a second. Why did the UI for Abelard show me more information than it shows for her? Because I just did this, right? Okay, I don't exactly know, but okay, moving on. So for Theodora, she gets Dismantling Attack. The operative immediately inflicts one exploit on all enemies in combat, and I think it's regardless of line of sight. Then she makes a free attack against a target. That attack always hits. Until the end of combat, the target of this attack suffers a 30% penalty to dodge and a 30% penalty to armor. So something, again, if you have a powerful opponent, this would be a good way to debuff them, I imagine. And as an example, since she is a Psyker, if we look at the features, we do have something in the warp features here, the list, because this is all stuff that is specific to the Psykers. So again, a lot of stuff to choose from. I have to think about what I want, which will take some time. And finally, moving on to Argenta, she gets Firearm Mastery. The soldier gains the ability to make a number of extra attacks equal to their weapon's rate of fire, minimum of 2, using the weapon attack that normally costs the least AP. These attacks do not spend AP. Until the end of the soldier's turn, their first attack against each new enemy automatically scores a critical hit. The soldier immediately reloads their current weapon. So, this is a very, very cool ultimate ability, and I think it's probably one of the ones I will be using more often, because this, if we look at an example here with her weapon, her current weapon, the bolter, has a rate of fire of 4, which means that if we use that ability, we get to essentially use the attack that costs less from this weapon 4 times. So we could shoot 4 single shots from a bolter gun. That's very powerful, honestly. And again, you could use this from any kind of weapon. If you use it with a shotgun, for instance, since the rate of fire is 1, we would go to that minimum of 2. So you'd get 2 extra shots, I believe, using this type of attack. Never actually tried it, so not 100% on that, but I do know that for the bolter it works the way I mentioned. And then, again, we get some special abilities based on the archetype. So, I will go over these, there's a lot to choose from. I think I have a rough idea of what I need, but I want to think about it and plan it a little bit. And when we start the next episode, we will start by leveling up everyone to level 4 by choosing our new abilities. So, this will be it for this episode, my friends. Sorry that the level up is not included on this one, but on the next one it will be the first thing we do. As always, I want to thank you all for being here with me in the channel, watching some Rogue Trader. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Any questions or suggestions, you know what to do, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more, many more videos coming out soon, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe everyone.